All right, so here are some new tricks here. We're just going to try to get some of the basics of this Adobe Rush down here. So I'm going to open up Adobe Rush. I'm going to start a new project. So I'm going to add media to my new project. I am going to go into my camera roll. I'm going to look at videos in my camera roll. I just took some B-roll here of technology, so I'm going to go here, here. Okay, there's some of my B-roll technology clips there. I'm going to say create. It's going to take a second. There we go. So you can see it populates my line here. This is all my B-roll and everything here as we go. And so in this video, we're not going to do any color correcting. I can see here already that some of the colors are more yellow and some are more blue. But for this first part of the video, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to edit these a little bit, how to move them around, and then how to put your sound on the bottom here. So the first thing we're going to do is just moving your clips around, right? So I can just grab a clip here as it's highlighted, and I can reorder it in any order that I want to, like so. So I just need to decide what order I want my clips to go into, and then I can move them around. The other thing is if it's a little hard to see, I can use my 2 fingers here and I can pinch in and out and try to make it look like it shows up a little bit more down at the bottom, gives me a little more real estate. So now it's sort of your artistic decision. This is why you have some different views of what your what your B-roll clips are. I have some medium shots here, I have some close-up shots, some establishing shots. So I'm going to start with my establishing shot. I'm going to put that guy right in the front here like that. So this is my first shot, like that. And then, that camera looks a little weird there. I don't even know if the camera belongs in there. I'm going to put the keyboard next. Oops, I threw that on the top accidentally. Come on, you. There we go. Sorry, it's just a little tricky to get that guy out of there. This is why a computer is so much better than using your iPad for this. I apologize. All right, so here we go. So my opening shot is going to be this camera shot here. You can see that even that's a little bit short. I wish it was a little bit longer. So it's when you're shooting your B-roll. So here I got this little hiccup at the beginning of this before it starts moving. I want it to start about here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to take the beginning of this clip and I'm going to snap it right to there. So see how it drags down, it gets a little shorter. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. I don't need to go all the way to the end. So again, I'm going to bring this in this way. And that's short enough for that clip right there. All right, there is a scissor tool over here on the left. So let's say I wanted to cut this clip in half. I could just tap the scissor tool on the left and it would cut it in half like this. And then I could just select that, hit the garbage can, or I can hold down on the clip and it'll ask me to do some different things there, but I don't want to do that. And I'm going to go back because I want that to be a whole clip. So I have an undo in the upper right hand corner. So I've got my here, I've got my keyboard. What comes good with the keyboard, but of course a mouse. Come on, you. Sorry, it's just very difficult to get this guy to get out of this spot here. Oh, why won't you go with me? There we go. I guess I got to push down on it a little bit harder to get it to go. And again, I'm going to watch the timing here. It's not bad. There's just a little bit of an end on there. I want it to go here. Like to here maybe. So let's bring this clip over, snap it like that. Here we got some rows of these computers here. I'm going to put these guys. Yeah, you just got to hold your finger down until it sort of locks in with you there. All right, so then I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this. Third time's the charm, right? We'll get 3 computers in there and we'll shut that down. And then, again, I'll keep looking at the rest of the computer stuff that I have working. Here's one of my fingers tapping here. It's kind of fun. All right, so that's step 1, is you're going to get everything into place and you're going to put everything where you need it to go. So step 2, what you're going to do is you're going to put a little bit of music on here. You are going to go to Incompetech if you want to. So I'm going to go here to our Schoology. Right, and then in here I have this royalty-free music link. I'm going to put this in some other places so you guys can get to it. But basically you're going to go here. Excuse me. And then, again, I'm not sure if it really works inside of Schoology or not. It might. But I always go out to Safari when I do stuff like this. So I'm going to hit the bottom right-hand corner. I'm going to hit that little arrow and I'm going to say Open Link in Safari. and I'm going to bring it out here into Safari. Just, I guess it's an old habit or whatever it is, I'm not sure. So here I'm going to go mystery. Let's put some mystery music in there. Right, I can listen to whatever it is I want to listen to. Have some Blippy trance. All right, that's not bad. So I'm going to use Blippy trance. I'm going to go to the download button, which is on the right here. It says download. I'm going to choose the free license. Remember, we're using royalty-free music here, but we're going to use a free license. We're going to agree to the terms and conditions. Would you like to download? Yes, I would. I'm going to download that music. So I'm downloading Blippy trance music. So now what I'm going to do is I go back to Premiere Rush here. Oh, it's going to start me over. Sorry, gang. I'm going to go back to Rush, and I'm going to find that music, and I'm going to put it into my project. Okay? So maybe what I would do is get that music ready ahead of time so then it wouldn't exit out on me. So here I'm just going to go to the project. If I want to title my project, I can do that at any time. Let's see if it'll load my project. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to go to the Add Media button, which is the little plus. I'm going to say Media. Perfect. Now, there's different places to find music. If you have some music in your camera roll, like you can grab from there, but two places you can find music. All right, one is I'm going to find it here in my Files menu. Right, so I'm going to say Import from Files. So there's Blippy Trance right there. This is that Files menu. So like in your iPad, this little folder down here at the bottom where it says Files, that's where your file is there. So let's see if it'll let me back in here without restarting again. Good. I'm going to choose Blippy Trance. I'm going to say Add. And there it is. So here's my Blippy Trance music. There you go. So the cool part is, see how it's changing with the music like that? All right, and then I didn't finish editing my clips down there. But it's cool. It's sort of like that synchronous thing that happens when you're editing, and then the cut is right on the beat of the music. So it's like cut to do 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 cut to do do do. You know, like you try to get into that rhythm. It's sort of helpful. All right, so now I can see already I have a problem here. That Blippy Trance music is way too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the playhead cut. I'm going to select the music here. I'm going to use the scissors. I'm going to go cut. There you go. I have that music selected there. I'm going to hit the trash can. Off it goes. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to move it out like that. And then if I play, I have my project starting just like that. All right. And then I get to the end. All right. The problem is it's a little bit abrupt, right? It just sort of stops and it freezes there. So now what you can do is if you go to transitions, which is this little lightning bolt guy up here, right? I can take cross dissolve and I'm going to throw, I'm going to drag cross dissolve down here on the music. And I have to wait for it to light up. There it goes. It lit up. So let me zoom out here so you can see it. And it put it right here at the beginning. You see this guy right here is my fade in. So let's listen to that fade in. All right. It's hard to tell because it's so quick, right? So I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer and I'm going to pull this fade in like that. Sorry, gang. Just getting those fingers. I'm going to put these away for a second. Let's see if I can find that thing here. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Takes so long to get there. All right. I'm going to have it fade in about 3/4 of the way in here. So now when I start over, here we go. All right, a little fade into us here. And then if we go to the end of this particular piece, what I sometimes like to do is I like it to go to black, right? So I'm going to go back to my transitions. I'm going to hit cross dissolve again. I'm going to bring it down. Throw it on the end here, hopefully. Oh, I wasn't quite at the end, sorry. Let's try one more time. Ugh. It's got to light up. There you go. So I'm going to cross dissolve to the end here. And what I'm going to do is I want this to fade. Let me get rid of these transitions for a second. I want this to fade like from here. So now when I get into my video, there we go. So it fades out. And the longer you make that fade, the more smooth that fade is. And the other thing now is, you've seen this, is if I want to put a transition in here, I can say cross dissolve here to nothing. So I'm going to put this guy right here. There we go. Ugh, come on, you. And I'm going to make that start dissolving at about the same time that the music does. So now if I play it, pretty cool, right? Totally possible. And then I think this is, I'm gonna work this on the fly here, but I think if you have this none transition, I was hoping that you could put in black. I could figure out how to put some black space at the front end of your project, because sometimes I like to just put a bit of black space on the front. Let's see if I can move this. Yeah, those two are linked together. So I can extend the video but not the music. We'll find that out at a different time. But here you can see this. So that's how you do your fade. That's how you put everything all together in there. So there you have it. All right, good luck to you guys.